different positions. It kind of depended on the staff. Like early on when I was younger, I was much more just basketball. As I got older and got more experience, you know, obviously my job changed from the standpoint of I still always did a lot of basketball, but I got more involved, more heavily involved in recruiting and other things. And you know, we had another guy that did a lot of recruiting too, and you know, but I also think like the college coach I played for, Coach Cruz, who I worked for, they certainly had everybody involved in everything. And I think with especially with the guys I have on my staff now, younger guys that, not really younger, but guys that are eager and have been in the business a while and have good experience and certainly have the goal of being a head coach one day. You know, you need to do that. And you know, I'm fortunate that my assistant that took over at Wright State did a good job this year, and he's going to have that program going well. So hopefully one of my other guys will get a chance at some time here in the future.
How about you? You hearing anything?
I don't talk, and I figured this question would come, but I tell you right now, I don't talk about jobs and rumors and have I been contacted, will I be contacted. I don't comment about any of those things.
Have you and Terry Don, though, gotten together? He commented earlier.
Actually, we did today. Terry Don and I had our first kind of postseason meeting and talked about, you know, some issues and some things, and you know, we're going to get back together probably beginning of next week. And Terry Don's been great. He was very supportive early on when we weren't playing as well, and I think, you know, he popped his head into some practices and was around our team and liked what we were doing, and you know, he told me from day one as he was watching our team, you guys are going to be fine. And he's been great all year. He's around, but he's not a micromanager. He lets you do your job, and he's as supportive as he can be, and he's been great. Our meeting today went very well, and you know, I have a very good relationship with Terry Don.
Well, is it safe to say, and again, I understand, you know, you don't want to comment about any of that stuff, but I mean, you know, you're at an ACC school. Would it take you to be wowed by somebody else after 1 year to move, especially since, you know, you seem to have things entrenched here? I mean, just thoughts on that.
Oh, I really like Clemson now. You know, this is a good place. I wouldn't have come here in the first spot just to come to Clemson. You know, I had interviews with other BCS schools during my time, and other schools that were high-paying jobs that maybe weren't BCS, and some I was interested in, some I wasn't. But I knew when I was, you know, when this job came open, that it was one that I coveted. That I felt like this was a good place. I felt like it was a place that could be successful. I knew there were going to be some challenges, and there are. But I also felt like it was a place that fit me. It was good for my family, and most of, you know, a lot of my decisions will be based on the girls in my life. That's my wife and my daughters are, you know, the biggest part of my life. So I'm always going to have their interest in mind. You know, the business is very, it's difficult. People like you one day, they don't like you the next, and things change, administration changes, the landscape changes at places. Sometimes things feel good and everything's the way you want it, and you feel like the people that you're working with are all working together. I think when you're at schools, you know, the thing that I'm always looking for is I want to be at a place where I feel like we're all paddling together. If you're not at a place where you're all paddling together, you better be at some really good place to win. And you know, that's one of the things. Terry Don has been terrific and helped us and been supportive. And wants to continue to try to do things to make this better. And I always want to be at a place where we're trying to move forward. We've got 2 jobs open in our league. If you don't think they're going to try to do things to make their situations better for their new coaches, then, probably why there's openings right now. So we better keep making moves forward, or it's difficult. You already have 2 superpowers in your league and everybody else that's working at it. So you better continue to make progress. And I'm encouraged that our administration here wants to do that.
It sounds like that your talks with him now would be about an extension for you, but also maybe specific to getting a practice facility as they had introduced back in January, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not just about it's about, is the experience a good one for your players? Are you doing everything you can to ensure that you have every opportunity to be successful in recruiting?